Well, hi there, Charlie. Thanks for coming to speak to us here. Obviously, a day for HKCA in the sense of they named their squads for the Asia Games, both men and women. Can you chat us through the men's group?
Yeah, look, it's an exciting day. I mean, the Asian Games was first introduced in 2010 in Guangzhou in China, which was a great opportunity. We had both the men's and women's squads there, and probably both underperformed. And it was my first time as coach actually of both those squads at the time. But 4 years on, the men's squad's obviously gone very well over the last couple of years in both T20 and gaining ODI status as well. The side that we've got three new guys, their first ever tour at senior level, so it's a pretty big tour to come on for the Asian Games. We've got Farooqan Tahir, who's a batsman but also a reserve wicketkeeper for us. We've got Mohammad Saad in the squad as well, and we've got a young kid called Jason Yuan, who's a terrific young player. He looks like he's keen to learn, and he'll definitely develop, and hopefully a big future of Hong Kong cricket.
And with the selection, obviously there's been some sort of criteria registration. Obviously HKCA has had to follow when it's selected that squad. That's why some more prominent names might be missing from that squad.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, you'd love to have Tanveer and Seeb in that side. I mean, they're both excellent cricketers, both in one-day cricket and also T20 cricket, which is what we're playing obviously in this tournament. But yeah, unfortunately both those guys don't have a Hong Kong passport, so you need a Hong Kong SAR passport or have played in the last Asian Games in 2010. So both those guys are probably the most notable absences from the squad. Obviously Munir Dar, who's also been a very good player in T20, doesn't fit the criteria.
But obviously in a situation like that, one person not in the squad means opportunities for these younger players you mentioned before.
Yeah, definitely, and you've got, we'll welcome Mark Chapman back as well. He didn't play in our last tournament, didn't play in the 2010 Asian Games, so he'll come in, he'll obviously bat in the top five somewhere, and it means that guys are probably coming up. Someone like Azaz Khan, has usually batted 9 or 10 when he's had his opportunity with Hong Kong. He probably more than likely will have to bat 7 or 8 now, and that's a great opportunity for him and a huge challenge for him, and something that I'm really excited about as well, because it means that we get to develop more players as well within the group that we've got.
And the destination obviously is South Korea, Incheon, obviously a new venue for cricket for some people and anything like that, but I know you've had a bit of an interest some years back in setting up at this.
Yeah, I was back there in 2008 actually, before I came to Hong Kong, a couple of years before I came to Hong Kong. Was fortunate enough to actually see where the venue was. Back then it was just a bit of weeds and a few trees and all that sort of stuff, so really looking forward to going back there and seeing it, and I'm sure it'll be just as impressive as what the Guangzhou Stadium was back in 2010, and no doubt your typical sort of Asian style wicket where it will probably take a bit of turn, particularly the men playing the second week of the tournament, and maybe a little bit lower and slower.
Okay, Charlie, so obviously the groups for the men are South Korea, Afghanistan, Bangladesh, China, Hong Kong, Kuwait, Malaysia, Maldives, Nepal and Sri Lanka. A couple of obviously test nations in there with interesting challenges. Yeah,
definitely. It's interesting to see that India and Pakistan won't be sending sides to the Asian Games this year, but they've got fairly full schedules obviously as test nations, and both have come off a decent T20 in Bangladesh, so hopefully that means that we're it helps us out a little bit more. Some very strong teams in there. You've obviously got Afghanistan, Nepal, who are very similar level to us, and then you've got Bangladesh, Sri Lanka. I mean, Sri Lanka have just come off winning the last World T20, so no doubt they're going to be favourites for the gold medal.
So in amongst that group, some of the teams we played in the last 6 months, the World Cup qualifiers and World 2020 and everything like that. I mean, obviously some rivalries there, and obviously back again to play Bangladesh.
Yeah, looking forward to that. I mean, no doubt they won't take us as maybe lightly as they did last time, and that great win that we had in Chittagong, back in March. So look, it'd be great to face them again. I think the guys and the squad that we've got here, it's a great chance for some of the new guys, obviously, to face the likes of that as well. So a big challenge for them, but looking forward to just playing such competitive cricket. I mean, the Asian Games in itself is such a huge tournament. I mean, it's nothing like you've seen before. I mean, everything from the opening ceremony to how you get looked after and the security, and being amongst such fine athletes in other sports as well is just such motivation for everyone. So if you don't get motivated for such a big event like this, I hate to think what you'd get motivated for.